Good morning, children. In the last class, we learned about the Newton's first law. In that Newton's first law, we learned about the inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction. Okay. Already we learned about the Newton's first law. Newton's first law states that any object which is in the state of rest or state of motion continues to be in the same state until some external force acts upon it. Newton's first law is also called as the law of inertia, whereas the law of inertia is divided into three types. That is the inertia of rest, inertia of motion, and inertia of direction. Okay, children? Yes. Okay. And next today we will be learning about the Newton's second law. Okay. Today we will be learning about the Newton's second law. What does the Newton's second law states? The Newton's second law. Newton's second law states about the Newton's second law. It states about the definition for a force. The definition for a force. Normally here force is defined as the product of the mass into acceleration. Product of mass and acceleration. Okay, children? The product of mass and acceleration is called as the force. Okay? See here. Force is the one which tends to change the shape of an object, which tends to change the size of an object, is called as a force. Or we can define force as force is a push or pull which tends to change the position, state of the body. Okay? Now normally, as per the physics, as per the equation form, we will be writing it as force is the product of mass and acceleration. The product of mass and acceleration is called as the force. F is equals to ma. F is equals to ma. Okay. Where m is the mass, F is the force, m is the small m. Normally, small m is the mass of an object, and here a is the acceleration. A is the acceleration. F is the force, m is the mass, and a is the acceleration. F is equals to ma. F is equals to ma. Okay, children. Next, normally we will derive that how we get this F is equal to ma. Okay, and in the same way, okay, I will give an example. Normally a person, okay, he is going to school on the bicycle. He is going to school from his home to the school on the bicycle. On the bicycle he is going. Okay, normally daily he is going on the bicycle from his home to the school. While he is going on the bicycle, as he is going very leisurely. Why? Because he is starting early from the school, from his home to school. He is starting early, and while he is going, he is applying of less force on the pedals, such that leisurely he is going on to the school. And beside to him another school friend is there to him, such that he is also coming along with him, and both of them just they are chatting with each other, and they are going very slowly, and he is reaching the school in time. But one day, as this boy's mother, she did not prepare the food properly. She did not prepare the food in time. Therefore, what happened? It became late. Okay, it became late, and on that day he is applying of more force on the pedals in order to reach the school in time. Okay, he is applying of more force on the pedals. Okay, therefore here from this, when he is using of the more force, okay, on the pedals, is the cycle is moving with more acceleration. The cyclist is moving fastly. When he is moving, applying of less force, therefore the cycle is moving slowly. By this, what we can say? We can say that the force is directly proportional to the acceleration. That means force is increasing, acceleration is also increasing. When force is decreasing, the acceleration is also decreasing. Okay, children? Therefore, force is directly proportional to the acceleration. And in the same way, this boy, he went to a seashore. He went to a seashore. Normally, when we go to a seashore, normally we are having of a habit. Everyone, not only the small children or elder one, everyone, they will be having. That means they will be taking off the stones and they will be throwing in the stones into the water. Okay, in the water. Okay, like that. That means both two persons went to the seashore and they are keeping a bet between both of them that who will be throwing faster far distance. Like that, they are using of what? They are throwing of the many stones. And at that time, for his friend, he did not find the smaller stones. Therefore, he had taken the bigger stones. Therefore, when he had taken the bigger stones, they are not moving to a longer distances. The bigger stones are not moving to a longer distances. Okay, but whereas the smaller stones are making of what? Bigger distances. They are moving to a far distances. Therefore, here what we can say, here acceleration is inversely proportional to its mass. That means lesser is the mass of the object, more is the acceleration. Bigger is the mass of the object, less is the acceleration. Okay. Therefore, here less is the acceleration when more is the mass. Okay. When more is the acceleration when lesser is the mass. Okay, children. Therefore, from this, what we can say? We can say that acceleration is inversely proportional to its mass. Okay. In the first case, we learned that force is, or we can write in inverse form. That is, from the first case, that is acceleration is directly proportional to its force. The second one is acceleration is inverse proportional to its mass. When we combine both of them, acceleration is directly proportional to force and inversely proportional to its mass. From this equation, when we remove the proportionality symbol, we will write the proportionality constant. A is equals to K into F by M. Okay, and here, therefore, K into F is equals to M into A. When K is equals to 1, F is equals to M A. What we are getting? We are getting that force is equals to mass into acceleration. We are getting of what? Force is equals to mass into acceleration. We got the force is equals to mass into acceleration. Okay, children. Therefore, here we got force is equals to mass into acceleration. Okay. That means how? By taking of the examples of the force and the mass. Okay. By taking of the two examples of the force and the mass, will define this F is equal to ma, where this F is equal to ma gives the definition of the force. That is, force is equals to mass into acceleration. Okay, the force defines the force is equals to mass into acceleration. Okay, children. That means here Newton's second law states that Newton's second law, it states that, okay, it gives Newton's second law explains about the definition for the force. Newton's second law explains the definition for the force. Okay, whereas the force is defined as the okay, the push or pull of an object which tends to change the shape or position of the object. Okay, and in the same way, force is defined as the product of the mass and acceleration. The product of mass and acceleration gives the definition for a force. Okay, like that, normally the definition for a force is given by the Newton's second law. Okay, children. Therefore, we can state that Newton's second law states that, okay, acceleration is directly proportional to its force, whereas it is inversely proportional to its mass. Okay, children. Acceleration is directly proportional to its force and inversely proportional to its mass. Okay. In the next class, we will be learning about the derivation. That means actual derivation, how we will be getting of this the derivation for the force. Okay. Okay, children. Thank you.